When your stock is down, the one habit that can save your investment. A friend of mine has watched one of his stocks fall for 3 straight months. He's sitting on a 15% paper loss, and every time he checks the quotes, his stomach churns with anxiety. He's desperately tempted to just sell and make the pain stop. I asked him, "Do you even remember your original reason for buying the stock?" After a long silence, he replied, "I think a friend recommended it, said the price would go up. Honestly, I never really thought about why." Sound familiar? This highlights a common trap for retail investors. We buy in a blur and sell in a panic. Today, let's talk about a life-saving habit for every investor. Before you abandon a long-term holding, pause. Don't click the sell button. Instead, pull out your original investment thesis. This single step can rescue the long-term logic that's currently being drowned out by your emotions. Why do we panic sell? Behavioral finance points to loss aversion. We feel the pain of a loss about 2.5 times more intensely than the pleasure of an equivalent gain. So, when a stock price falls, our brain screams, "Danger," and tells us to flee. This instinct often leads to costly mistakes. Consider this real-world example. In March 2020, an investor we'll call Old Zhang bought a leading consumer stock at 35 yen per share. His reasons were crystal clear. Brand moat, 30 years of brand history. It was the most expensive product on the shelf, yet it had the highest sales. Earnings growth, steady 15% plus annual profit growth over the past 5 years, with stable cash flow. Shareholder returns. Management had just committed to a dividend payout ratio of no less than 50% for the next 3 years. By April 2022, dragged down by a broader market slump, the stock fell to 28 yen. Old Zhang was sitting on a 20% loss. Reading daily news about consumption downgrades made him increasingly nervous. He was on the verge of selling. The turning point came on a weekend. While organizing his notes, Old Zhang rediscovered his original reasons for buying list. He went through it point by point. Brand strength? He visited the supermarket. The product still dominated the prime shelf space. Earnings? The latest annual report showed 13% profit growth, largely in line with expectations. Dividends? The company had already distributed 0.8 yen per share for the first half of the year, right on schedule. It hit him. The stock price had fallen, but the company's intrinsic value had not. A year later, the stock recovered and climbed to 46 yen. This is the power of revisiting your thesis. It pulls you out of the emotional whirlpool of how much I've lost and refocuses you on why I bought this for the long term. What should a good buy thesis include? Your reasons shouldn't be vague, like a friend recommended it. They must be specific, verifiable, and long-term. The most effective theses usually fall into 3 categories. Economic moat, a Baijiu company's brand power that would take rivals a decade to match. A manufacturer's 15% cost advantage over its peers. A tech firm's 200 core patents that create an insurmountable barrier. Earnings certainty, a utilities stock. People pay their power bills in good times and bad, providing a steady, predictable cash flow. Market mispricing, finding a new energy materials company that the market had written off as having outdated tech, while your research revealed a new, 30% cheaper production process on the horizon. The common thread? These factors don't change with short-term price fluctuations. Think of it like buying a house. You bought it for the top-tier school district and its proximity to 5 subway stations. If the market dips and the price falls, you don't suddenly believe the schools closed and the subways vanished. A stock's long-term value is supported by these same unchanging fundamentals. The 3-step checklist before you sell. Step 1. Pull out your records. Find the 3 to 5 core reasons you wrote down when you bought the stock. Use your phone's notes app, a physical notebook, or a spreadsheet. One disciplined friend has kept an investment journal since 2008, detailing his rationale, expected holding period, and sell triggers for every purchase. When doubt creeps in, he reviews his journal and regains his conviction. Step 2. Verify each reason. Bought a bank stock because its non-performing loan ratio was below 1% for 3 years? Check the latest financial report to see if that's still true. Bought a food company because its new health snack line saw 20% monthly online sales growth? Look up the current e-commerce data to see if the product is still trending or has stalled. Step 3. Assess if the change is temporary or permanent. If the stock fell due to market panic, but the company's moat and earnings power remain intact, this is a buying opportunity, not a reason to sell. However, if your core thesis is broken, a tech company's patents were bypassed, or a consumer brand was ruined by a quality scandal, it's time to sell. The most tragic case I've seen was an investor who bought a biotech stock in 2019 because its lead cancer drug had an 80% chance of success in phase 3 trials. When the trial failed in 2020, the logical move was to sell. But because the stock was already down 30%, he held on, hoping to break even. It subsequently fell another 50%. The bottom line, investing is like growing a fruit tree. You plant an apple tree in spring. A storm hits in summer, and pests arrive in fall. You don't chop the tree down because it loses a few leaves. You know the core logic. It blooms in spring and bears fruit in autumn, remains unchanged. Stocks are the same. Short-term price swings are just weather. What determines your harvest is whether you planted a good, fruit-bearing tree in the first place. Your action plan right now. Pause for 10 seconds. Open your brokerage account. Find the stock that's making you most anxious. What were my core reasons for buying it? Do those reasons still hold true today? If I didn't already own the stock, would I buy it at today's price? Answer these 3 questions honestly, and you'll know whether to hold firm or let go. Now, go check your investment notes. The good tree you're holding might just be temporarily underestimated by the market.